Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasdrisham Tattvamasyatilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvati Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Triguna-rahitam Satgurum Tam Namami.
Nityananda, all of you.
Nityananda, everyone.
Welcome all of you. And after this powerful revelation by Swamiji, understanding that Paramadvaita at all the 6 levels, not only at the emotional level, not only at the mental level, but social level as well. Radiating Paramadvaita at the social level, understanding that other person is also Parama, is Parama as experiencing Paramadvaita in at the social level at every being, understanding that other person is also Paramashiva. Only when you realize, when you understand, when you look through that eye that other person is also Paramashiva, you will look at yourself that you are also Paramashiva. It's not because only when what you say, what you express outside gets reflected back to you.
Yes, Swamiji beautifully says that you can't say that someone is not Paramashiva, but you are Paramashiva. You are excluding what Paramashiva. Paramashiva is everything. Also, that you can't say that it's if you're put in an environment, in an ecosystem, you can't say that I'm not. It's not working in this environment, in this ecosystem, and that I will work. It would work in a different ecosystem. We have to look inside. We have to look inside, and we have to. It has to come from the inside to understand that everyone is Paramashiva. We are all Paramashiva. We are all individual expressions of Paramashiva. We are not separate. We are all one. We are Paramashiva, and seeing Paramashiva in the other is seeing Paramashiva in yourself.
Yes, and understanding that other person is also Paramashiva and expressing that at the social level. When the expression is very important. When you express that other person is also Paramashiva, then that is reflected. The whole ecosystem is created, where the whole ecosystem becomes the Paramadvaita, living enlightenment, where not only you are thinking that other person is Paramashiva, you are expressing that other person is Paramashiva. That is Paramashiva living at social level. So that's what Swamiji has been emphasizing again and again. So with this powerful cognitions, welcome once again to all of you. Understanding, yes, understanding that each one of us is Paramashiva. When you radiate to every being who is nearby you, whether he is your boss, when you look at your boss through the eye that he is a Paramashiva, you'll have so much of completion with your boss. So with this, now let's enter into the power manifestation, and this round will be manifesting the power of third eye, seeing picture blindfolded. So we'll be projecting you the image through the power of third eye. See what all details is being revealed to you, what Swamiji is revealing to you. So let's get ready. You can cover your eyes with the blindfold. So please go ahead and cover your eyes. Take a moment. And remember this powerful cognition that you are Paramashiva, radiating that at 6 different levels. In every levels, when you express Paramadvaita, simply the Paramadvaita starts radiating through you, creating the ecosystem where every being is Paramashiva. Power simply starts manifesting through you. When you are not in conflict with anything, everything around you, whether the people, the environment, the ecosystem, you have that complete relationship with everything. When you start radiating Paramadvaita with every being, everything, you start expressing the powers. So please go ahead and start covering your eyes with the blindfold or the piece of cloth. And let's enter into the power manifestation. Visualize Swamiji in your space. Remember, you are Paramashiva. With integrity, authenticity, and enriching to manifest the state, space, powers, and being of Paramashiva. Now let's connect with Swamiji with the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. With this, let's enter into the manifestation. Seeing picture blindfolded. So if you have not yet covered your eyes, please go ahead, cover your eyes now. And let's enter into this manifestation.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham 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 Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Slowly, very slowly. Remove your eye bands and open your eyes. Yes, go ahead and open your eyes and start to share what was revealed to you from the space of Paramadvaita. When you realize and radiate the Paramadvaita, I am Paramashiva, powers simply starts manifesting through you. Let's take a moment and share what was revealed to you through the power of third eye. Every single detail, whether it is the color, the shape, the form, even the feeling of that situation. So let's take a moment and start sharing. Once you have shared, we'll be projecting you the image that we had displayed. So please go ahead and share. Ma Shanga Saktini, you can remove your eyebands, Ma. Yes, you can remove your eyebands and you can start sharing.
Now understand that this power manifestation straight after the darshan is the most important power manifestation. See, Swamiji takes us to a higher level. Swamiji infuses us with this super conscious energy that takes us to this higher level, to this higher frequency. And it's important that we do this power manifestation. We do the power manifestation straight after the darshan, because this way we get to vote in the energy. So this is raising our level higher. If we don't do the power manifestation now, we don't vote in those energies, those higher energies that Swamiji has infused us with. So then we'll go back down. After the darshan, after some time, the energies will settle back down. So it's important that we vote it in. So we vote this in as our new higher potential, our new highest potential. So requesting everyone, please make sure that you do take part in these power manifestations straight after the darshan, because it is so, so important for your spiritual growth. All right, so if you're still sharing, please continue to do so. Meanwhile, we'll go on to the verification stage. As you can see, we have an image of a person doing yoga. You can see the sun just appearing on the other side of the person. It looks like there's some water body. So the person is next to some water body, and yes, very flexible and very, very precise yoga posture. You can see there's a lot of light. There's a lot of green in there as well. So yes. So if you had anything along those lines, if you had anything to do with yoga, anything to do with the sun, water, the right angles, anything like that with the sky, then congratulate yourself. Well done.
Yes.
And requesting everyone to please also don't hold back. Don't have any judgments. Don't have any hesitations, any doubts. Whatever you are being reviewed, trust in the divine. Trust that you are being revealed.
All right. So with this, now let's enter into the next revelation by Swamiji. This is going to be on the Upanishad. Upanishad itself means sitting with the master, just sitting. That is Upanishad. So Swamiji will be revealing on this. So let's come to the space of listening as we enter into this revelation by Swamiji.
This one truth can heal you so much, mentally and physically. This one truth can bring so much of inner healing. This one truth can expand you so much to accommodate others in your personality or in your space. This one truth can expand you so much in the spiritual level. I can say this one truth can be called as Sarvaroga Nivarani. It is the medicine for everything, whether it is physical problem, mental problem, or like addiction, or guilt, or depression, loneliness, boredom, all major issues related to your mind and problems of your mind can be handled just by this one truth. And important thing in this truth is you don't need to practice anything. All you need to do is understand clearly and a strong understanding. If you can answer all the questions which is raised by your mind, that is enough. Nothing else needs to be done. There is nothing to be come back to the original space, or the space of being unclutched. Not only physical and mental things, even in the spiritual level, this one truth straight away liberates you. This is the path and the goal. It is always path separate and goal is separate. Now here, the path and the goal both are one and the same. The moment you understand, you are free. Once you understand this truth, you won't even do separate meditations. Actually, I am trying to even remove meditation from your life. Remove all kinds of conditionings from your life. All kinds of rules and regulations from your life. Giving you a totally different center from where you can act. Not only act, you can be. Now, Either you act or be. I am giving you a totally different center from where you can act and be. You can be completely settled into your being. At the same time, you can be alive, involved with your life, which can transform the very identity which you are carrying. To tell you, this is the highest Vedantic truth. But the difficult thing with this thing is, usually so easily you don't receive the truth. It takes long time. This truth is so clear, straight. The essence, this is what they call Brahmopadesham. The ultimate initiation. Giving this truth and helping the other person to experience this truth is what I call Brahmopadesham. Giving the ultimate initiation or ultimate teaching. With this teaching, now all your Vedanta will fall in place. All your knowledge will fall in place. Without this key technique, without this key truth, whatever you read will be only words. With this one truth, now everything will fall in place. You feel everything is reality. Now whatever you read, everything will become experience. There is no need to do something separately. Just this one single understanding. By your very nature, you are unclutched. Your thoughts are completely unconnected, independent, and illogical. Not only that, constantly your thoughts are replaced. Constantly you are renouncing. You are constantly renouncing. There is no need for you to separately practice renunciation. By your very nature, you are renouncing. Renunciation is your very nature. Unless you renounce, you can't be alive. Even if you try to hold on to something, you can't hold on. See, for example, some joyful memory, some blissful thing. Even if you try, you can't hold on. You will be renouncing it by your very nature. Or something which you want to renounce, even if you try to push, just because you are pushing, you will be creating more problem. If you just keep quiet, automatically you will forget about it. People who are addicted, they come and tell me, Swamiji, I am addicted to this, how can I forget? Don't bother, simply relax, forget about dropping that habit. Simply that habit will drop. Don't force yourself too much to get rid of addiction. You may think, oh, what is this, Swamiji, what are you teaching? With all my effort, I am not able to forget. How do you say I will forget if I don't put effort? By putting your effort, you are trying to elongate that shaft. And constantly you remember and teach yourself, you are addicted, you are addicted, you are addicted. I tell you, first thing, do not bother about renouncing something, because by your very nature you renounce. When you try to renounce something forcibly, you create more and more connection, a more and more lengthy shaft about that product or about that habit, about that thing. You try to connect more, create chain, bigger link. What I am saying may look impractical logically, but this is the way mind works. Or try your best to drop something, some addiction. You can never be successful. You can never be successful. Even if you drop, you may be dropping out of some fear or greed, which is much bigger addiction. If you drop smoking out of some fear or greed, you are not doing anything good to your society, good to your consciousness, good to your inner space. You are only damaging more, because you might have dropped smoking, but that fear for which you dropped, or the greed for which you dropped, you will be adding that in your inner space. At least with smoking, you will destroy only this body. With fear and greed, you will destroy your whole lives after lives. Because next body also you will be carrying this fear and greed. Smoking habit you may not carry for the next body, but this samskaras of fear and greed you will be carrying for next body. So let it be very clear. Even if the addiction is dropped with this truth, you will be liberated. Other than this truth, whatever way you try to drop any addiction, you will only damage your inner space. You may be successful or failure in dropping, but you will damage your inner space. You will damage yourself surely. With this one truth, you will experience totally a different being. You will totally experience a different identity. Start allowing this truth to sink in you. Sit with it, with this truth again and again. Whenever you find time, whenever you can, just sit. Actually, now this will go into, I'll drive these things, this truth into your head so much. Even when you are sitting and doing something, automatically this will be there in your mind. You can't do anything else except remembering, but remembering that you are unclutched. You are unconnected. One more thing, even after having the knowledge that you are unclutched, you will be able to see and live with the world as you are living. You don't have to give up. You don't have to leave everything. And one more thing, your fear about giving up is not even directly related to giving up. It is something like you don't feel that you lived your life. That is why you are afraid to give up. All your fear about giving up is not even about giving up. At some point, all of you know that you have to leave and go away. Nothing can be done. There is no U-Haul service for other planet. There is no U-Haul service for other planet. Let it be very clear. No U-Haul service available. You can't carry anything. You can't put a hook and draw whatever you want. Nothing can be done. No U-Haul service. Let it be very clear. So you know at some point or other you have to leave. It is not even fear of leaving things, fear of dropping, fear of giving up. It is fear that you have not lived. When you are unclutched, you will start living. You will start intensely, really living. Only when you allow this truth to work on you, you will understand how the whole quality of your life has transformed. Now, let's do another one simple experiment. Read whatever you wrote yesterday and how irrelevant it feels, you can see. Try to read with this one understanding that you are unclutched. Yesterday when you wrote, how heavy it was, what all was going on in your mind, and now what is happening in your mind. Just see. Then I will try to respond to some more questions or experiences. Just with the specimen which you have, if you work, that itself will give you a lot more insights. In this Dhyanasparana, I am not interested in giving you too many techniques and just constantly keeping you seduced. Like how these doctors give you painkillers? Sedators, sorry. Oh, that is a different word, sedis. Sorry, that is a big problem with this, my language. Anyhow, actually I read all these American slang joke books to get some jokes. I learned a lot of American slang word, but I am very careful to use them. The other day I asked Gopal some American slang word I told and asked, what is the meaning of this word? He said he was shocked. Swamiji, from where did you learn this word? Never ever tell this word to anybody. It's really offending. Then I said, all right. See, these people are so curious. A small story. One priest was giving his sermon Sunday morning. He was talking, oh, society has become so bad. The other day I got a DVD from Blockbuster. It was full of nonsense, all sorts of perversions, all too many nonsensical things. I never thought the society has gone so bad. It is uncontrollable. I don't know what to do. After the sermon, one person got up and asked, sir, where did you get the DVD? So now she's asking, what is that word? What is that word? Even if you think that you understood about your being unclutched, do not think continuously you understood, because even that thought can become one more shaft. The understanding which you had yesterday about I am being unclutched, understanding which you had today morning, understanding which you are having now are not same. Your understanding is growing. Be very clear. So do not think you understood. The more you are unclutched, even from that of being unclutched, you will go into the deeper and deeper level of experience. This one truth can straight away give you enlightenment. Nothing more is necessary. See, it's like this is the space where your consciousness, here is your that identity. Between these two only all these engrams. The moment you start unclutching from your identity, you are just sucked towards the source, towards your very core of the being. You simply drop to the inner space or enlightenment. That's why I say just this one thing can just like a something dropping, just like that you can fall into your enlightenment. Nothing can stop you. With this truth, the important thing is you need to sit and continuously question this and get rid of all the doubts. That is why these 2 days practically I am sitting with you. That is why they call it Upanishad, sitting with the master. Sitting, and dropping from all the doubts. I never spent so much of time in any meditation program continuously. Even yesterday, if you see the number of hours, I don't spend this many number of hours in the NSP or ASP. And moreover, when I make you close your eyes, I go away also sometimes. I'm telling you the truth. Once I make you tie the ribbon and give the instruction, I go away to my room. After half an hour, I'll come back and tell you, please open your eyes. Here I can't do that also. Here I am trying to give you that inner space without making you close your eyes. Because whole day you can't live with closing your eyes. You are going to live with open eyes only. Unless you experience that consciousness with open eyes, it's not going to help you. So I'm trying to give you that space of thoughtless awareness or dhyana with open eyes. When you are relaxing from the shaft, first thing you will feel you are handicapped. Your hands are tied and you can't do anything. Suddenly you will see beyond, without even shaft, you will be able to move. You don't have to think. You are just moving. You are living. Things are happening. But there is no shaft. Only that space I call enlightenment. But that can happen only suddenly. Till that happens, I have to make you sit and drive this truth inside. Pain, guilt, these things only create a strong shaft. When it comes to pleasure, you don't create any shaft. Usually, pleasure is such an experience, no shaft is created. Only after the pleasure, the idea about pleasure creates a shaft. When the pleasure itself, when it is happening, there is no shaft. No shaft is created. But after that, your memory about the pleasure, that will create shaft, that photographs. I told you, no? Sitting and playing with photographs. Be very clear, the moment you think of punishing somebody or the revenge, you will only be getting punished. See, the moment you decide to punish somebody, you reduce yourself as a human being. That is the biggest punishment which can be given to anybody. First you punish yourself, only then you punish others. See, the moment you decide you should punish A or B or C, you reduce yourself into a human form, which is not true. That is a big punishment you are giving to yourself. So according to me, punishing and all these things are just social game, life game. Let me be honest. See, according to the world, might is right. That is the only law with which everything works. And here, fighting is no way going to help. All right, you punish him, what is going to happen? You punish somebody, what is going to happen? He will come back with a bigger problem. He will create a little more problem. And nobody is going to keep quiet. Nobody is going to keep quiet. And he is going to give some more problem for you. Then what will you do? Then you will also try to create some more problem. Then it goes on, goes on, goes on. Finally, who proves might is right, that who proves stronger than other person, he is going to win. When? After death. Till death, it can go on and on and on and on and on. It will never end. I tell you one important thing. The eye for eye. When you start living with the principle of eye for eye, the whole world will become blind. That's the only thing will happen. You will take somebody's eye, and from his group, somebody will take your group's one person's eye, and then it will become continuously. If the same thing goes on, whole world will become blind. That's all. Yes. Actually, when you are unclutched, it disappears. Maheshwara. So when you are unclutched, it disappears. In that angle, we can't say it is uncontrollable. We can say unmanageable. You can't manage them. At one point, it can completely disappear, or it can completely be there. But you can't manipulate them. Unmanageable. That word can be used.
Give everybody for everything.
That's the right thing. That's the right attitude, man. That's the life. You see, even if you think of punishing others, it is just a waste of time. One more thing, ma. The moment somebody does something wrong to you, that itself is enough punishment for him. Why he is doing wrong? Because he is suffering.
Yes.
He is already in hell. That is why he is creating some disturbance for others.
Right.
So that itself is a big punishment. There is no need to punish him separately.
Right.
There is no need to punish him separately. See, when somebody does something to you, you don't need to give separate punishment. Why is it? The other day, one person came to me. Actually, somebody came to our ashram for healing. He went outside and he was saying some wrong things. So I did not get help or something like that. Then they came and made a complaint to me. Swamiji is telling like that. I told him, why he is speaking like that? Because he is in irritation or he is in hell. So why do you want to punish him more? Why should we curse him? Already he is suffering. There is no other punishment required. So the moment he does something, already he is suffering. What more you want to do? If at all you can do something, let you heal him. That's all. Let you heal her. Nothing else can be done. There are so many people, so many things brought to me. Like this, Swamiji, see that you do something to him. Means what do you want me to do? You want me to curse him or what? That can't be done. No, there are so many cases related to our ashram. They bring it to my knowledge. They bring it to my notice. I can't curse. And one more thing, an enlightened being can never curse anybody. People come and ask me, Swamiji, somebody cursed me, will I have that evil effect? I tell you one thing, only an enlightened person's curse will work. Nobody has got power to curse. Enlightened person will never curse. If he curses, he is not enlightened. So as far as curse goes, you don't have to bother at all. Nobody's curse can disturb you. Nobody's curse can harm you. Because only enlightened persons has got power. Only his curse has got power. An enlightened person will never curse. Then what is there? So, these are all just simple things. Yes.
And also this.
Suffer, what can be done? If you can't accept, then suffer, nothing can be done.
Like adding to Annam's question, so somebody like without us doing anything, they're doing harm to us. So it's so difficult to accept that fact.
See, one thing, ma, these are going to be in the life. These are going to be in the life. The very existence means You take birth mentally being prepared of all these fights which you are going to have here. Being in the planet Earth means you have to go through all these things. Not only for you, you think I don't have a problem? Sit in this chair, then you will understand. Sit in this chair, then you will understand. All the people who come and smile in front of me, what all they do behind my back, I know. No, I know, it is truth. People who fall at my feet in front of me, behind they will go and tell, no, nowadays not like earlier. Earlier it used to be very easy. Nowadays it is not like that. What all they behind the back they talk, I don't know. I know. And they think I don't know. And when they come next time to me in front of me, they keep a different face. And I also do the same drama. I say, oh, nobody like you, you are so great and all these things. I said, what can be done? These are all the usual drama. And this is what is life. So forget about it. At least if you are unclutched, then you are free. Otherwise, you will also have the same tension. Let me just read this question. Let me just finish these two questions and then I will answer your thing. Like Paramahamsa stories, moral at end, I need your calendar type. Already we have done a calendar, na? You didn't see the calendar? Each joke end is your statement, opinion, excellent for all. Oh, Dr. Jaisha, whose question it is? We have already a book. You don't have? You didn't see? Yes, that's what. It's already we have a book. What you are asking? Oh, you are saying it is excellent. Okay, nice. And here you put some equation. You are and you are not as you are aware of your own space. Okay, Baba. I can use it somewhere in my lecture. Who is Jay Shah? You are the person. So is it difficult to change the name? Huh? Is it really difficult to change the name legally in this country? You all change, na? There are so many people you change, na? Professionally difficult to change. All right, then like that few applications I will take and consider. But everybody, if they start giving, then I can't do anything. Like these few applications I can take. Still I have not finished. Case by case I will take. Of course, I think whoever has asked, almost I finished. Only 4 or 5 are left. And I have to just see that persons. Some hard nuts are there. I am not able to meditate on them. They are not opening at all. I just tried my best to connect with them, but no, that is why I told them to give a big number slip. To see the number. Today morning you will see the different slip. Just to see that only. When you are sitting and meditating, I will see and put that intellectual, emotional, all those things. Actually, it's a big job giving name. Did you all read this paper? I just categorize people into the 3 level. Who are intellectual based and emotional based and being level based. Intellectual means I give like this Nithyananda, the name related to wisdom, truth, satya, like this. Emotional means bhakta, kamala, the names related to that path. Being level means dhyana and related to energy, shakti, the different kind of name. So I see that number and mark you here. In your here the mark will be there. I, E, B. But don't try to see this paper later on. People slowly try to peep in what kind I belong to. So No, actually, let me be very honest. You see, for your enlightenment, you don't need this name. You don't need this. First of all, you have to drop the name which you are having. That is the real enlightenment. For enlightenment, you can become enlightened even without this name. That's not a big thing. But there are some people who want to identify with this great identity. Who wants, instead of having this, you see, in society you have to use some name. Instead of having that name, let us have this name. Some people feel, just for them I give all these things as instruments, techniques, so that constantly you can remember. That is the reason all these things. But as far as enlightenment goes, you can become enlightened even without this name. Even without this name. I became enlightened without this name only. So after then only I took this new name. So you can become enlightened without this name. Somehow I am telling all these things, but my work is not reducing. Somehow I started this giving name. It has become a big job now. Not like you say, it's like now in the you have to use this name in the society. Some name, as long as you are alive. No. Being, when I say being level, it is not enlightenment. It's another kind of mental setup in the tree. All the three has to reach towards enlightenment. No, it is not a goal actually. But people make it as a goal. It is not a goal. If you understand, it is the very path is enlightenment. Yes. That's what I am saying now. This moment you can be unclutched. When you don't believe that you are unclutched, then you think you are bondage. You are bound. Yes. Yes, you see, it won't remind me, it will remind you the purpose of coming. You see, actually, the important thing, now you have to use some name in the society as long as you are alive. You are with the body. Instead of using some name, John, these, that things, if you use like this some spiritual name, constantly whenever you repeat that name, you know you are unclutched. Again and again you will be reminded that you are unclutched. So this became a big technique for enlightenment. That's all. But you can remember without this also. That's not a big thing.
Swamiji, a very difficult question. I don't want to bother you with this more problems, but this is a difficult question for me. I've always been pondering where the thoughts are created, where they get dissolved, and where they go, and what is the working of the mind. We call a no mind state, and if you do not know the workings of the mind and where the thoughts come and go, it would be difficult for me to, I will be walking on thin ice.
One thing, from where thoughts come, where they stay and where they disappear, that space is what I call as and now mind. When you are enlightened, you will understand you are not only that space. As and now, if you have 5-acre land, all the 5 acre is mind. Suddenly you will realize you have 5,000-acre land, only 5 acre is mind. That's what is enlightenment. You will have expansion. Only the 5 acre you have, and all the 5 acre is crowded with thought, means you will be suffocated as you are now. When you expand to 5,000 acre, only 5 acre is crowded, you won't feel suffocated in the enlightened space. This is the only difference, nothing else. I experienced joy like no other. When I saw the divine dance last night, I was totally unclutched. Oh God, there's a one. Come on, I forgot to read it. You don't have to read this. Whose card it is? Yes. Who? You want to say something? Yes, yes.
I have a question. I attended the Life Plus program, and there we were told to do heart chakra every day, and the third eye chakra to do often. No.
What you are saying?
Oh. And then yesterday, when I was
Actually,
listening to you,
if you have the particular problem, you want to do that meditation, you are free, ma. Now, if you understand this one truth, do you really feel that your whole being is vibrating with this truth? You are able to understand what I am saying about the being unclutched?
right, that's why I was going to ask you.
Then, if you feel that you're completely filled with this truth, this is enough. Remember and just sit, being unclutched, this is enough.
So
If you are not able to feel with this truth, still you have some doubt, you are not able to trust this truth, then you have to go through the meditation. If you are able to feel connected to this truth, you don't need meditation. Why do you Jews have big noses? See, somebody is sending a joke. Because the air is free. These guys. Who wrote this joke? Abhinav. Somebody has written about their personal near-death experience. That's nice. Swamiji, yesterday I was shy and afraid to ask questions. Today I am totally unclutched, a new man. Who is that person? That's nice. Only problem now I have 1,000 questions. Be unclutched from this also, the questions will disappear. Is it possible for a spiritual name to become another identity, to be clutched by it too? Usually it won't clutch, but you can directly unclutch from the name itself so that I will have less work. Forget about it. Now I feel, why did I start this spiritual name habit? Now it has become a big job for me. Everybody is asking, and I am not able to stop this also. That's why I am trying to create as many barriers as possible, but again and again people are, even with this. Alright, I wanted to ask one more thing. I saw some 30 people have given an application for spiritual name. All 30 of you are really serious about you are going to change the name legally? Let me read their names. Sonia Ade, you are? But here you are given name for new name? Huh? Oh, you changed it this morning, okay. Anybody? Why don't you bring the today morning list, ma? I think I have already given, all right. Yesterday I finished half of the work. Only some 4 or 5 are left. Anyhow, if you have changed, then you can let me have that list. Actually, in the NSP time I started this, and it has become a big habit now. Everybody wants new name. Where will I go for? These guys are sitting only for name, na? What to do? Actually, I don't give just like that. I take this very seriously and connect with every individual and choose the name. Just like that, if I give, then I can give anything. Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Keep whatever you want. What is there? Nitya Coca-Cola, Ananda Pepsi. I can give all those things. But I can take this as very seriously. And the way in which your personality will expand and achieve the state of eternal bliss. I find that path and give that name. That's why it becomes a big work. I'll slowly in the next cities I'll stop. Kunjan Shah, number 4. Okay. Now I am reading the people who asked for new name, who wants to change legally. If you have any, if you feel that you don't want to change, you can tell me now itself. I'll mark so that I don't have to. Number 6. Yes. Huh? Okay. But then tell them you have given application. You changed it. That's okay. Good. Less work. All right. Then I'll see that list and do that work. That's good. I have such gratitude to you and all those who made this weekend possible. To those who cooked and served the food, to everyone involved, thank you. Yesterday in the naval meditation, I felt much heat in the pelvis area. Can you talk about this? And see, if you have felt the heat, means that you had some problem that is getting healed by that energy. Whenever the energy release happens in that area, you will feel the heat. And please give us the atom bomb. Yes. Dearest Swamiji, are you removing morning and evening meditations for Anandagandha healers? Who is that Ananda Vinata? God. As long as you have your individual identity, try to do. If you really feel unclutched at that moment and you are not able to do meditation, don't do. That's all. See, if you feel unclutched, you won't be able to do meditation. Then don't do. If you are not feeling, if you are not having that experience of being unclutched, then do meditation. At least that will unclutch you. Teachings of God to His creations are love, peace, non-violence, compassion. How do you explain the way of Mahabharata when God Himself was involved in that war? Could He not solve it by peaceful means? Who is the questioner? You have to ask Krishna. I don't know. I can't justify what all the mistakes which he did. Oh God, now I have a big responsibility. See, these people connect me with Krishna. Now I have to explain all whatever this guy did. All right. Get that one. You see, we don't, whatever we understand by the word non-violence, peace and all those things are very too small. And the logic of universe is totally different. Oh, these are, Chandan Patel is not here. Okay. Then another 2 question mark is there. What about that? Maharshi Mehta, you confirmed, na? Yes, confirmed. Ravi Tilak, you have confirmed your name, that you need a name, huh? Okay, then it's good. It's good actually, little legal problems are there so that my work is reduced. In India, changing name is very easy. So everybody takes the name. That's a big work. And let me answer this question. See, our idea about peace, non-violence, compassion, all these things are too small compared to the idea of existence. It's like a maybe balancing. So, we cannot say what Krishna did is a violence, what Krishna did is not peace. And one more thing, We don't listen to the divine all the time. So naturally divine has to do a little bit of balancing process. See, constantly we are disturbing the nature. So naturally what will happen? The nature has to manage itself, balance itself. So naturally what you think as natural calamities will start happening. So these are all just universal balancing. That's what I can say. This morning when I woke up, I did not wish my husband good morning. Instead I said be unclutched. And he said, I already am. And I think we can start each morning like that and also remind each other during the day when we speak to others. Yes, you can actually constantly remind others to be unclutched so that they won't fire you. Instead of saying, hi, how are you? We can say, hi, are you unclutched? That's really nice. You can all start saying that. Be unclutched. Are you unclutched? During the meditation yesterday when we have lying face down, I felt an incredible connection to Mother Earth. Actually, you will feel connected to the very nature itself. At first, I felt a rapid pounding pulse beat from the navel and then it slowly calmed down. Then when we are sitting quiet, actually, when you lie down in that pose, you will be able to trust the nature and relax from the body, unclutch from the body. That's why I told you to quietly. Right after that, I felt an emptiness or void in the navel area. This morning, I woke up in a slight stomach ache and I did this meditation and felt better almost immediately. You may not have felt the stomach pain. You must have felt something different in that area. You would have called that, you may name that as a pain. My current habit is when a negative thought comes up, I replace it with positive thought. How long you will be doing this? Tell me. And again the positive thought will be replaced by negative thought. So it is just a cycle of birth and death. Do not try to replace thoughts. Just unclutch. That is the best way. Is the positive affirmation creating a shaft? Yes. This think positive and all these positive thinking teachings, all these things be very clear. It will create only more and more difficulty and side effects for you. I have seen people who started practicing this creative visualization, positive thinking and all these things end up in big mess. Consciously they damage themselves irrevocably. Please be very clear. They damage themselves too much. This creative visualization, this positive affirmations, all these things disturbs too much. Just unclutch, you are already ultimate positive. With current unclutchness, would you just say to self, be neutral about situation or thought? You don't have to be neutral. Whatever has to be done will be done by itself. Just trust you have intelligence to function without thinking. You are always afraid that you don't have trust to function without intelligence. That is why you are constantly thinking and never function at all. You are afraid that you will do some mistakes and finally commit big blunders. That's what is going on now with your life. Now trust yourself, you can live without thinking. I have many shafts. I worry for other people and their problems. Then if I tell myself I should not do this, I feel guilty for not worrying. What do I do? Who is that person? I think God has to take special incarnation. You see, your guilt is also shaft. Worrying for others is also shaft. When you understand you are connecting and creating which is not there, why don't you relax from it? Forget about it. Don't bother. My gratitude to you for your teaching me how to heal the foot pain I have had for many years. That is okay, but not only the foot pain, try to heal your very being itself. I have Today's subject is drop your mind, find your center. Let's enter into the today's sutra. Then we will see what Shiva says in that sutra and why he is telling us to drop our mind. What's the reason? Daman Dachobha Sambuddha Sukshamagnitilakakritam Bindam Shikante Hritaye Layante Dhyayato Layaha. Very beautiful sloka. Sanskrit is not only important linguistically, it is important phonetically also. The very sound, the very vibration created by that mantras does something to your being, does something to you. Let me repeat the sutra, Shiva's words, then we will enter into the meaning. What Shiva means by saying the word drop your mind. Daman Tachobha Sambuddha Sukshmagnitilakakritim Bindum Shikande Hritaye Layante Dhyayato Layaha. Let me give you a translation. To tell you honestly, the translation is not expressing the whole thing which is expressed in mantra in the Sanskrit original words, but this is the translation as of now available. To tell you honestly, even if I translate, I can't do anything more than that, because the Sanskrit is, that language is so profound. It is specially created to express the inexpressible, to express the truth which can't be expressed by words. So it's very poetic. What Shiva means by the sutra, I'll try to explain through this whole discourse. But what best we can do the literal translation. I'll try to give you the literal translation. Literal translation says, when on a bed or a seat, asana means comfortably. Stiram, sukham, itam, asanam. In Sanskrit we say, which is comfortable and steady for your body, which does not need your attention, which does not need your awareness. In some position, when you are in some position, if your body doesn't ask your attention, means if your body doesn't hurt you, means you are in right position, you are in right asana. When on a bed or on a seat, let yourself become weightless, beyond mind. Beautiful. Such a simple, wonderful technique to go beyond mind. Shiva is actually teaching how to make your whole life into meditation, how to constantly jump into the space of no mind, how to constantly jump into the space of eternal consciousness, how to jump into the peace which is in your being through all possible methods. If you are talking to somebody, he teaches you how to talk so that you can enter into meditation. If you are listening to somebody, he teaches you how to listen so that you can enter into meditation. If you are eating, he is teaching you how to eat so that you can enter into meditation. If you are drinking something, he teaches you how to drink. He is practically giving you techniques to enter into meditation using all things which you do in your life. Actually, you cannot become enlightened just by one or two simple things. You can become enlightened just by one or two simple things if you are really intense. But if you are intense, then you don't need enlightenment. You are already enlightened. You are here because you are not complete, you are not intense. So naturally, just one or two things won't help. Shiva is here to open all possible doors. He is pushing you into that source, into your being, into that bliss through all possible doors. He is the first and last master who opened all the doors. There are so many masters who opened one door, two, maximum 10. Shiva is the master, first and last, because still nobody else has done that job. He is opening all the doors. All possible doors are opened by him in this single book. According to me, this book is the unabridged dictionary of all spiritual philosophies. All spiritual philosophies are recorded, I can say, created, expressed through this book in an unabridged way, in its fullest form. He says, when on a bed or a seat, let yourself become weightless, beyond mind. If you see Shiva sitting, he is sitting in the same way only. How he says he is sitting in the same way. That's why I always tell people, Shiva is Shiva Sutra. He is expressing his own being. You can't separate Shiva and Shiva Sutra. You can't separate master and experience. When you try to have some part of Shiva or benefits, only benefits from Shiva, without accepting his wholeness, his whole being, then you are in trouble. Somebody asked me in Los Angeles, Swamiji, Shiva is represented by phallic symbol, means sex organ in India. In India, if you go to any temple, there won't be any temple in India which doesn't have that Shivalinga. It's a sex organ. How can you worship Shiva in this form? What is this? Please be very clear. It is not just sex organ. It is the representation of creativity, energy, from where we are all born. The energy from where we all have come out. It is the representation of our father and mother energy, the universal father and mother energy, from where we all have come out, from whom we all have originated. The linga represents the universal father, cosmic father. The yoni represents the cosmic mother, universal mother. Through this form, we are representing the cosmic mother and cosmic father. And one more thing, unless you accept the root energy, the base energy which is in you, you can't transform it. You can't transform it. People use only few benefits which they get from master, do not understand or try to realize the whole of the master. God is only just utility for us. Like a pickle, whenever you want, you just touch it. When you don't want, you just push it aside. Small story. Guy met with an accident, taken to Mercy Hospital in emergency room. After treatment, after 2 days, he is slowly regaining from coma. He is coming back to consciousness. Doctor and nurse, both of them are standing near him. Both of them were giving confidence to him. They are saying, don't worry, you are all right, You will become all right within few days. Nurse asked, are you covered by insurance? He said, no. Then will you pay in cash? He said, I am afraid I may not be able to. She asked, do you have any relatives? No, I have only one sister. She is also become nun in New York. She is real spinster. Nurse was really offended. She said, don't talk. Sir, I want you to understand, nuns are not spinsters. They are married to God. He said, oh, in that case, send my bill to my brother-in-law. In that case, send the bill to my brother-in-law. Be very clear. God cannot be just a utility. We are all trying to use God as just an utility. We are all trying to use the Master's utility. As long as he does and says things which we can understand and agree according to our frame, things are really beautiful. Okay. But when he does something which we don't understand, which is beyond our understanding, we are not able to understand. And we start criticizing. We start opposing. Of course, we are the one who are losers. Anyhow. Now, if you see this Shiva statue, is exactly expressing the sutra which he is speaking. Of course, you don't have to see the statue. Even if you are not able to see, it's okay. He is just sitting straight. The same way in which he is explaining. And he is represented by a sex organ, Shivalinga. Why he is represented by that organ, and why he is sitting and meditating, what he wants to say through the sutra, and how all these three things are connected is the whole discourse. Sutra says, when on a bed or a seat, let yourself become weightless beyond mind. Shiva says, becoming weightless will take you beyond mind. Let me tell you about an experiment about which I read. Around the world, this experiment is going on. Still, doctors are trying. Doctors are trying to weigh the body of the man before death and after death. Constantly they are trying to weigh, because the East is claiming that a soul leaves the body. All the Eastern masters are claiming soul leaves the body when a person dies. They just want some proof. If something leaves the body, then naturally it should become weightless. Some weight should reduce. Because according to science, everything has got weight. According to science, everything has got weight. The big problem is science has entered into the realm of only matter. Only in matter level, everything has got weight. Now they even measured sun rays, the weight of sun rays. They say 10 square miles. The sun rays which falls on 10 square miles, if you weigh them, it comes to the weight of 1 hair. Now they are able to weigh even the sun rays. They have proved everything has got weight. So now the only thing which they are trying to do, they are trying to weigh a body before death and after death, so that if there is a weight difference, if there is a less weight, then they can understand the weight of the soul. They are trying their best. All over the world the research is going on. But not only weight is not reducing, suddenly the weight is increasing. See, when a soul leaves the body, Not only weight is not reducing, but weight is only increasing. Now doctors are in a big confusion. Because as far as they know, everything has got weight. And all these masters and mystics are constantly repeating, soul leaves the body when you die. Then there must be weight difference. Your weight should become a little less when you are alive and after your death. But instead of weight reducing, your body is gaining the weight. What's going on? They are not able to understand. You need to understand an important secret. This is the key of this whole sutra. Your presence is weightlessness. Your presence is weightlessness. Whenever you are present inside your body, you are weightless. That is why when you leave the body, it becomes more heavy. When you leave the body, it becomes more heavy. One more thing, whenever you feel your body is heavy, that part of that body is losing your presence. If you have knee pain, you have not given your presence to the knees. That is why that portion is heavy. If you are feeling heavy in the stomach, you have not given your presence to stomach. That's why that part feels heavy. In every part, you feel heavy when you don't give your presence to that part. That is why when your presence leaves your body gains weight. Means your presence is weightlessness. By the very nature, your presence is weightlessness. When the weightlessness leaves your body becomes heavy. Not only with human beings, even with animals, they are experimenting. They are experimenting even with animals. The moment the animal dies, the body becomes heavy. One more thing, and this is the amazing thing. Even before chemical change starts happening, you may say because of some chemical changes, the fluids may become solid. That may be the reason why the weight is increasing. Doctors are saying even before the chemical changes starts happening, the moment the person is dead, immediately, because the chemical changes, it takes at least 3-4 hours. Even before the chemical changes starts happening, the weight is increasing. Still they are not able to find the mystery behind this research. They are yet to catch up with the spirituality. They are yet to catch up with the spirituality. Thousands of years ago, Shiva says, your presence is weightlessness. Now, with so much of research, they are proving the same thing. They are proving the same thing, but the problem is they are not able to clearly create a formula, technology out of this truth. Shiva has not only said the truth, he has created a beautiful technology, practical way to use this truth. He has created applied science also. Actually, all scientific discoveries, when they are doing, the person who discovers, the scientist himself is not aware of the utility or the practical application of the research or what he has discovered. Later on, they start using it, applying it in the life. Only then the person who invented suddenly realizes, oh God, there are so many ways this truth is getting used. Even Einstein was shocked when some scientists declared his theory has got practical value. In some of his letters he writes, I never thought it has got some practical value. I always thought it has got only theoretical value. Like a Big Bang theories. There are so many theories. Just yesterday I read a beautiful article. They say that now they are coming up with more and more evidence in NASA to prove in less than a micro.
Yes. So your presence is light, as Swamiji explained the experiment that all scientists are going on around the world, that how when the soul leaves the body, the weight should reduce, but instead the weight is increasing because your presence is weightlessness. So with this, this Shiv Sutras will be now closing the day with the Purna Mantra. And again, let's join us back tomorrow, starting with the Nithyananda Yoga. So let's join our hands and chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhava Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone. Nithyanandam.